So if you were believing Elohim and trusting Elohim and believing him, that he is truth, that he is history, that he is ethnicity, that he is heritage, that he is legacy, that he is life, that he is the way, you would not be trying to come to me to steal. You would not be operating as a wolf in sheep's clothing to steal from his sheep, of his pasture, to lead them astray, to lie, and take the well and the living water out of somebody else, leeching off of somebody else, because you don't believe the wellspring of life in yourself, or have it, or operating and walking with it through it from yourself. Because have you chosen to light the lamp of your life through Messiah, through Elohim in your own life? If you had, you wouldn't be coming to steal. Sons of Elohim don't operate like that. Children of righteousness don't operate like that. The word says, yes, the whole world groans and waits for the sons of Elohim to be revealed. And that's what Elohim is doing as he reconciles his body and his bride back to him. But there is no excuse for you being a thief. That's what the adversary does. When you do that, that was your choice. That was your choice. If you believe the history of Elohim, of why he allowed people to be in captivity and different things like that, and if you believe the history of whom or who helped who be made captives and be made slaves, like in this country or in other countries, there's pieces of history. And so, yes, there are parts that we don't as individuals control, but there are parts that we do control. There are parts that you do control, and you can control whether or not you're being a thief. You're not stealing to feed your hungry belly, and even in that, you still have to account. You don't just have the freedom to choose and do unrighteously and think that, oh, somebody should say, woe is you, because you're choosing to be in wolf in sheep's clothing. Woe is you is because you're choosing to steal somebody else's water instead of going to the well yourself and getting filled, that you would never thirst anymore. Sons of Elohim don't do that, and you don't sit here and make excuses to why you are stealing and leeching and trying to do that from somebody else. There's not excuse. And that's why we didn't baptize y'all. You're not going around here saying you baptized y'all. You don't go around here claiming to be my Elohim when you're not. You are not doing the desire of my Father. You are not my Elohim. You are not my family. You're not my familia. Not doing that, you're not. Not doing that, you're not. And I'm not saying that, oh, you're going to be made perfect in the perfect love of Yahuah on day one. But at the end, and follow him. Stop trying to steal.